What's going on, YouTube? Welcome back to another video podcast thingy. Today we are going to talk about how life is absolutely pointless because that seems to be one of my favorite subjects nowadays. Concepts like nihilism or like anti-natalism uh, spring to mind when you talk about how pointless life really is and how we all just can do fuck all without uh, feeling guilty because there's absolutely no point to any of this, which some people find. Do you find it? They find it rather confusing, inconvenient, stupid, uh, dumb, because there needs to be a point. If there's not a point, then why don't we just quit while we're ahead? And I would not recommend it, but you can do that if you would want to. Why not? What's stopping you? Why wait for the inevitable, and why not do it right now? Maybe it's because uh, it's quite inconvenient. I guess you have to do all that extra effort. It's not that easy to die. Not that I know that, but it seems like quite a hard thing. You have to make all kinds of decisions. You have to set your affairs in order for the people who do want to live and have to make all kinds of stupid agreements with yourself and have to buy a gun and have to do all sorts of stupid things. Extra efforts just to make a point that there is no point, make a point that you want to escape all of this. And why, oh why would you set the extra step, make the extra effort? Even that seems to be too much trouble. Then again, it also seems like a ton of trouble to keep on living, because if you keep on living, then probably you will get this shit you have been dealing with for the past, oh, I don't know, 30, 40, 20, 10 years. Yeah, people with the age of 10 listening. You have to deal with that for the coming uh, weeks, days, and and according to all of your previous uh, experiences, that isn't going to be that pretty, if you ask me. Still, a ton of us use that option because now and again life does seem to actually be good, to actually have a disillusioned purpose, to actually make some sense, to actually work, to make us work towards a certain goal, and that goal feels especially good. So we hold on just for a little while longer, and before you know it, you're 60 years old, and half awake, half not awake. Uh, so yeah, that happened. Then you're 60, then you can't help it but finish this marathon. Then you're 80, then you die, and sorry about that. Still nothing happened, but you can comfort yourself with the fact that you made it through on your deathbed, and then you die. And there would be no difference between you and someone who made it only to 30 and quit it back then. But you can tell yourself, of course, that it does for a little while that you're in your bed and that you're doing all these justifiable things, saying goodbye to your family, etc. But that's just at the end of your life. For now, let's talk about where we are right now. At the point where we find out that life is absolutely pointless. And that there's no effort to be made that has any significance whatsoever, that we're all just quite disillusional. But since it is a collective delusion, we keep on holding on to it, keep on wanting things to work, and as such, we don't give in to the utter despair or hopelessness. Instead, we just fool ourselves over and over again each and every day. Because why not? Why would we do anything else? So the positive side of all of this pointlessness is, of course, that you can do whatever you want. You can loan a big amount of money and buy a gun or buy something else stupid and just, I don't know, fire at a random tree. Don't fire at people, that wouldn't be very nice. Fire at a random tree and nobody actually gives a shit. We just think that there's all this extra control which isn't really there anyway. You can draw a dumb picture like I'm doing right now, and nobody gives a shit that you're doing it or that the picture doesn't look like Picasso or it doesn't really look like anything. Only you care for some reason. I think all other people care for another reason. Maybe your mind does, maybe you do. I don't really know, don't really care either. Either one or the other. Life seems to be, yeah, uncertain. But that caring and stressing out is, of course, utterly useless as well. Kind of tired, so I'm not going let this go on forever, as life seems to be doing, goes on forever, quite has been taken long enough for now, I think. But oh, the pointlessness of it all gives you a lot of freedom, but it can cause a shit ton of anxiety if you let it take you as a whole. If you let it consume you, control you, and if you do nothing, then probably you won't be able to sleep at night because your body needs to, I don't know, exercise or move around. So if you don't do that, then of course that will have negative consequences and not really big of an issue because that will be resolved when you die anyway. So that was the pointlessness of life and of this video. I do wish you a great day.